Okay. Right. The last session was many, many moons ago. You just killed Duke Zalbo and the fire giant Duke, and you basically were forced to run a lot because you were completely surrounded by fire giants. You ran away as you could, but you ended up getting cornered by the fire giants, and you attempted to hold your ground. The fire giants demanded your surrender. Then the drow stepped in and offered you a deal. The primordial for the punch. You accepted the deal. The drow made a distraction, giving you time to grab the primordial and escape through the mines with the drow in tow.
Was that clicking?
That's my pen, sorry.
Oh, hey, Apple.
Hello.
Oh, is Apoth here now? Oh, good.
Yeah. Alright, raging start over, I guess.
Yeah, right. So, session 1. You arrive at the village of Nightone. No.
Yeah.
No. What'd you call it? Yeah, in the escape, unfortunately, 2 of you fell, Earwig and Brenbo, and there was no time to wait. Had to leave one of yours behind. Call it. Any questions about last session or anything before I proceed?
No.
Can you please put the pen down?
No. My nervous twitch. Right, let me think. Let's bring you boys into here first and remind you where we were. Don't know if anybody else can see that.
Negative.
Hey, boys.
Oh yeah, I can.
Boys
Yeah,
in.
I just see black.
We're in.
Yeah, you got.
Oh, yeah,
because
'cause
you're
your
on full screen.
No, it's because he doesn't have a character on the screen.
Well, I only.
Right, character on the map.
Yeah, never mind.
He doesn't have control of that character
And then
anymore.
issue's also been fixed, by the way.
We could give him
Why is
the
this not
character
working?
back just so I can use it as a camera.
No, I can just put.
Board
There you
out
go.
of his mind.
Should be able to see now.
Sweet.
Should. Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Okay. So, when we ran into this room, the drow were just slitting somebody's throat or something like an orc or something, and they said, "Follow us into the mines."
Well, so I'm not really
You guys
here,
run
right?
into them. You're not really there, no. You're imaginary. It's
Right.
just so you boys remember. So, before I go any further, are there any questions, queries, problems, and/or dramas?
Nope. I'm good.
Excellent. The drow turns and says, "To keep up in the mines," and you boys run into the mines. In the interest of speeding things up, run through the mines. It is a long run through the dark. It's dangerous, and there are several drow running with you while you are running through the mines, and you can hear the fire giants on your heels. Luckily, you were fast enough last session to actually give them the slip, and we are actually going to spend the next 5 or 10 minutes just running flat uphill out of the mines. So everybody start jogging on the... No, I'm kidding. Great.
Yes.
Continue
Start running in
running.
real life.
As you run all the way up, you eventually see the daylight and you come out upon the Yakfolk village again. However, you can still hear the fire giants trying to chase you to mines, even though the drow did help you get a good gap on them. When you reach the light, one of the drow turns to you and says, "I believe we had a deal." Yeah, he looked. Who has the conch? Is it me?
Vemir.
Oh.
It's the fast
Oh
boy.
yeah.
Oh, the primordial. Yeah, you have the primordial. So he says to you, Vamir, he's like, "I believe we had a deal."
I kind of look awkwardly at Aight. Hello, fuck.
Leo. No.
I just nod.
No, not Leor.
No.
Lurk.
Yeah. Look, yeah. Sorry, the 2 L's.
Wait, is Lair not there?
I am.
Yes.
Yeah.
I ask him, what's this about? Because I didn't hear them say anything. So.
Is
I'm
Apoth actually? Yeah.
Is he here?
Yeah, hello, yeah. Hi.
We
So,
made a
did
deal
you
with him
hear
to.
that?
No, I didn't hear anything.
I
Can my character
think
shoot it then? Since
you
I'm standing
Okay.
here too.
did talk about this the last time, though, when, like...
This is dude. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I
Uh,
made a deal with the drow, but we just gotta keep going.
So you're on top of the.
Uh,
You've just got out of the mines, yeah. You've
Yeah,
run
I
out of the
right.
mines.
okay. I look
We're-
at Leo and I, with a concerning look, as if should I
like,
give
what
this
is
to him?
This is.
Or
Let's
do I
yes, we're
actually hand this thing
exchanging.
over?
Yeah,
Okay,
we're exchanging the
one voice.
primordial with.
John?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a verbal
Go.
thing. I don't know. Am I
One
interrupting
voice.
if we're talking? I'm sorry. Yeah. okay.
Chill out, boys. Chill out. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Hey,
Better
let me
voxel,
repeat
please.
again. Looking
have
at Leo, all concerned, and I ask him, should I give this over?
He means look.
Oh, look. Fuck, sorry.
Oh, look, replies of, yeah, that was the deal.
Okay, I cautiously hand over the item in my hand.
Okay. I'm gonna give you both a chance here. Apoth and Vaymir make, let's say, perception checks, pair of you. I'll give you both a chance to roll something.
Deception checks, did you say?
Perception.
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 With a P.
Nope.
Mm.
Okay. Vaymir, you pass with a 13. Just. What was I gonna say? Something kind of pops in your head as you're handing over a thing, and you think to yourself, maybe I should ask what the deal was. Like, what am I giving this to you for? Does that make sense for you?
Yeah, okay, I proceed to ask him exactly that.
Apoth, do you wanna voice this?
I'm not sure. Sorry, go on. Could you repeat that?
So he said, you remember that the deal was actually the primordial for the conch.
Yeah. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
have they not handed the conch
Yeah.
over? Sorry, like, it's been a while and there's still loud noises in my background.
Yeah, no bother, mate. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I extend my hand, like, expecting them to give me the conch.
The drow goes, just kind of laughs a bit. He kind of snaps his fingers, and one of the other drow comes forward, holding basically the ocarina of fucking time looking thing. You know, that's the best one for this conch.
Mhm.
And takes it from him, and he holds it out, and he holds his hand out as well. He's like, and then yeah, so he's offering you the exchange. Are you gonna exchange, Fox?
Yes, if there was a deal made, although
Yeah.
I don't really know the full extent of it, I'll have to do it at this point.
Yeah. What do you call it? Yeah. So that's fine. The exchange goes off without a hitch. You now hold the conch of teleportation in your hands. What you know of it is designed to teleport you to a certain place. That is what.
I tossed
Oh,
the teleportation thing over to Leo. As
The
Guess I'll
drow.
take it.
yeah. No, not the trial. Actually, over to Leo. He might be better suited to use it.
The like usually, boys, I'd never stop you from doing something you'd want to do, but if you try to use that, I'm gonna stop you because we're not all here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You're all fucked. Please don't
We
use it.
We need to still get the dwarf up. Yeah.
Yeah.
How
and
many
we're missing,
times can we actually use the teleportation?
Once per day.
Oh crap. Okay.
It teleports you to a predetermined place as well. So you can't
You have
choose
to
where
set
to
it
teleport
before
to.
you use it.
No. So you just basically all hold hands. One of you blows on the conch, and then you are all teleported to where it's designed to teleport you to.
Oh, okay.
The Drowlin says, "I hope you have a means of escape," and he pockets the primordial. Goes, "We'll be taking our leave now." It looks looks at Lurk, and then he says, "See you again, half-breed. Pleasure doing business."
I sure as fucking hope not.
Snaps his fingers, and then they all just kind of walk back into the mines and just, dark in there. You boys need to get off this mountaintop.
Yeah. I quickly turn over and I go, we don't have the signal flare.
I
What
would
we're
like
supposed to signal with.
I would like to cast Fairy Fire in the sky and see if that brings him over.
You may. I thought you all had a flare each.
No, I think it was
no.
just one and
There's
gave it to
nothing in my
Brembo.
inventory. I thought we rolled for it and you could only produce 2 of them or something.
No,
Oh,
I'm
did we?
pretty sure Brembo has it because he's the guy that would know to do that.
Fair enough.
And he's the guy that originally invented the thing.
So, fairy fire in the air it is. Let's, should we roll a percentile? Should we just see? Roll a percentile, Apoth.
How do you roll percentile again, sorry?
Right click on the
1d.
D10 and should see a percentage sign.
Oh, thank you.
Look, see.
Either that's good or almost good.
There's a 60% chance of working, and you got it.
Hey.
Yeah. What you call it? So, fire the fairy fire in the air, running to the edge of the Yak folk village, and then after a few minutes, you do see what you call it, the airship come down. The rope ladders come down, and boys jump on and climb up. Look back just in time to see the fire giants coming out of the cave. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. And guys get pulled on by Delphine and her crew and fly away. And she says, "Where are the other 2?"
We unfortunately lost them to the giants. We couldn't get away fast enough. We were surrounded.
Yep. Did you get what you went in for?
It's I don't even know at this point.
In our possession,
Yes,
at
we
least.
did.
So
Quickly, chart a course towards anywhere aside from here.
Don't have to tell me twice while giants start throwing rocks at the airship. And you guys go off. What you call it? What's the plan, boys? Like, what is your plan of action? What are you trying
We
to
might
do?
need to go back to that bitch because well.
Oh, I've got a standing stone.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, well,
'Cause we
weren't
didn't
weren't we
really.
supposed to head to Mirabar?
Yeah.
Am I wrong with that, guys? Should we head to Mirabar? I'm looking at my notes. It says we're supposed to go to Mirabar next.
Then we head off to Mirabar, I think, but I don't know.
We
We,
have the
we didn't really
conch.
stop the ordering, right?
Oh, that's because we're not
Yeah, we
finished
need the
yet.
conch
Yeah,
to stop it, right?
yeah. I know.
So what are we
but
gonna do
like,
with the conch? Gonna blow
Oh,
it.
we blow it
Just-
when we're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
you
are
want to go
supposed-
somewhere?
Sorry.
You want to
Yeah,
go
so-
somewhere, have a long rest, and then take a journey to Mirabai, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
And get in contact with Keller when you get there or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, well,
yeah?
I'll send a sending stone and tell her that we're on our way to Mirabar.
Okay.
Yeah, I will flat out tell her in the sending stone that Earwig didn't make it, and we're not sure when we think we lost Brembo too.
You gonna tell her?
Yeah, I'll tell her for your sending stone. There's no point trying to fucking hide it.
I mean, do you
Is she-
even know if I'm dead? You just kind of ran away.
We saw you get bludgeoned by a fucking. You were down. You got smacked by a fire
we
giant.
we saw you die.
Yeah. We saw
They
you
didn't-
die
Pretty
before you
much.
ran.
They didn't see Brembo die.
No.
Just saw Brembo fighting when they had to leave.
Did we actually see you guys go down at all? I think what happened was that we Scooby-Doo ran towards the fucking conch, and you guys stayed behind and got bludgeoned
Yeah.
while we were out. And
Why are we going back?
So the way Lurk
Yeah.
perceives what happened was Lurk's idea was that we go towards the woman, because at the very least we knew we could barricade ourselves off in one of the rooms and try and formate a pan. Brembo insisted we go to the elevator, but Lurk was like, no, this woman isn't fighting us. If we run now, we might be able to like hide ourselves, and then she can say we went up the elevator. But Brumbo assisted me go to the elevator, so the giants caught up with us. I teleported Earwig behind the woman. We then decided to run because I made a deal with the drow. Brumbo was too far back, and he decided he would try and make a fighting retreat, which meant that the giants were able to catch up to Earwig and finish him off whilst the rest of us ran. That's the way Lurk perceived it. Lurk basically blames Brumbo for Earwig dying, flat out.
Why didn't you just pick me up?
I
We
teleported
couldn't.
you twice. I moved
Yeah.
you 70 feet twice with.
You did,
There's
yeah.
no point in even going
Yeah.
through this anyways, it happened.
Yeah.
Right,
We tried.
Okay.
What happened to
He
happen.
says quickly before I blame him.
Literally no more spell slots left.
Voxel was the only one that actually like managed to do anything in that fight. I couldn't do shit.
Just kept missing.
No, he just kept missing.
Good
That
chase,
do
though,
be
wasn't
how
it?
it is. Very good chase. I liked being Scooby Dude.
Okay, so are we gonna do our long rest?
Yes, I will give you boys a long rest that evening.
Where-
Is there
where we
anything you'd like
resting?
to... on the ship, like...
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna roll a random encounter tonight. That would just be fucking me. Yeah.
Nothing. On a ship?
Also, I would like to point out we specifically painted the ship to make that not happen, so...
No, random encounters are random, bro.
Yes, but some are more random than others.
Right, okay. So you boys head off and sleep on the night, lick your wounds, and lament over your lost brothers. We'll scene transition, gentlemen. Completely scene transition.
Okay.
We're in Mirabar on a cold winter's day. Ember sees a large balloon airship take off and head off to the northeast, and she wonders who could be who would be traveling on such a strange contraption. Pushes the thought out of her mind and hops off the wagon that she had paid for passage on. The roads were too dangerous to travel alone in these foreign lands. She'd seen as much following his trail. The sacking of Nightstone.
I'm sorry, who are you talking about now?
Ember. I said it. The first word I said.
Oh, sorry, I just...
Might cut out.
I'm gonna start again.
Yeah, sorry,
Should I
sorry.
start again? Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Ember sees a large balloon airship take off and head out to the northeast. Wonders who would be traveling on such a strange contraption. Pushes
Where
the thought out
is she now?
in Mirabar.
Right.
If you let me finish, bastard.
Sorry.
I'm joking, mate.
I got
she
all
won-
confused.
He wonders who could be traveling on such a strange contraption. She pushed the thought out of her mind and hopped off the wagon that she had paid for passage on. The roads were too dangerous to travel alone in this foreign land. She had learned as much following his trail. Sacking of Nightstone, the siege of Bryn Shander, giant attacks on the roads were too common these days. She pulled her hood over their head to help stave off the unforgiving winter wind. Ember found an inn and arranged some lodgings. And in her small room, she read the letter that she had received nearly a 10-day ago now. The Mamba knows you seek an audience. Come to the Queen's Gambit Tavern in Mirabar before the close of a 13-day from now. Come unarmed, enter and order an elvish sweet ale with no salt. Owner will ask if you'd like to try the snake soup. Reply, if it's available. I would love to. If you miss the meeting window, you will not receive a second invitation. Signed, the Black Mamba. Hello, Ember. How are you? No, that's me just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. That wasn't anybody talking to her. You want to introduce yourself
hold on.
or anything? Anything you'd like to say about Ember?
Well, I guess, like, the main thing you need to know about her backstory is that, well, I kind of, like, based her off of that one little thread I kind of did with Erik, that he didn't really quite remember his parents. So this is his sister, and basically Earwig is, as far as she knows, the only still living relative that she has. So she's been going around searching for him on this whole journey that you've been on. Like, she's basically just been, like, either a couple of weeks or a couple of months behind you, but gone to all the same places that you've been to, but you always moved on by the time she arrives. She probably doesn't know that Erik is dead yet.
No, no one would know. Yeah.
My
Okay.
face is really red. I'm warm. Sorry, talking to the wife, I suppose. Okay. Hang on, 2 seconds. We're just turning the fire off. There we go. Right. So, I take it we're heading for the Queen's Gambit. 10 out of 10 for originality there, Simon. Well done. That way you're going, Ember, unless there's anything you'd like to do first, like masturbate or something. That's what girls do, right? I don't know, I play D&D.
I don't know, I just... Because I'm supposed to go with the weapons, I take my weapons and I squirrel them away inside my vagina.
Okay.
Oh my
I don't know.
Okay.
So girls keep knives in their vaginas, right?
Right.
That gross.
Yeah, it's what they do instead of fart, right?
Okay.
Girls don't fart.
No. No.
And yeah. But yeah, I guess I just kind of go there because I'm probably kind of eager to like figure this whole thing out.
So you arrive in the Queen's Gambit, an unsuspecting little pub after finding it. There's not a lot of people in there. It's quite empty.
I think I look over the letter again to like double check what I was supposed to order.
Supposed to order an Elvish sweet ale with no salt.
Right, then I go and place an order for that. Elvish sweet ale with no salt.
The owner kind of is like, oh, he goes and looks at a piece of paper that he has underneath the bar, and then reads it, and then says, would you like to order the snake soup?
Like, yeah, glance back down at the letter for a second and back up again. It's like, if it's available, I'd love to.
Okay,
Hello.
go sit over there. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, both
Yeah.
of them are like using notes. This is too fucking complicated.
It's just
Jesus.
he's just some bar guy though. He probably told her like 8 days ago, like, oh, by the way, here's some money. Like, if somebody comes in and asks for this, come and get me.
Yeah, exactly. I like it. Sorry, it's good.
Yeah, so you go and sit down with your Elvish sweet ale, which tastes horrible with no salt in it. I don't know.
I mean, I'm figuring that probably just contributes to, you know, less people getting it by accident.
Yeah. Let's just say in this world, Elvish sweet ales, you put salt in them to make it sweet or something. I don't fucking know. I just made it.
Right?
I made it up. What do you call it? You can sit down and not really. You're looking around and like nothing seems to be happening, and then a door opens and the biggest motherfucker you have ever seen in your life walks in. You kind of think that maybe you shouldn't have followed the letter's instructions for a while. The barman
I-
kind of points at you
I
as soon as he
think-
walks in.
Yeah, I think my first idea then is that, okay, this is gonna be another one of those. And I just immediately start like subtly looking around the room for like escape routes and like start taking notes of like windows and like you know, upper floors or whatever.
Wish I brought my knives now. What you call it? The big man kind of nods at the barman and then looks at you, and then holds the door open, and a younger, smaller woman who literally looks dwarfed by him and follows him in. And she comes over and then sits opposite you on the table. Goes into her pocket without saying anything and sets a notebook down, turns to seemingly no page, and then removes a quill. Then she just looks at you and says, Why have you been asking to find me?"
Oh, Black Mamba, I suppose. Well, I hear you're the one to talk to about the men on the wall, as it were.
Why are you interested in 5 men in my employment?
Well, more like one of them specifically. Seems to be a long-lost brother of mine that I would very much like to meet.
He was
I
like
believe he goes by the name
mid-scratch.
of Earwig nowadays.
He was when you say brother mid-scratch, like the pen kind of scratches across the table, and she looks at you with like genuine
Yeah.
mirth in her eyes, and she
Okay.
says,
I think this is probably a good point too to kind of introduce like kind of what she looks like, because now that she actually looks at her, she realizes that she looks almost exactly like Earwig, except somehow a bit more feminine, as far as you can tell on a cat. And there's like sort of a white streak running down from like her left eye, but otherwise she's almost identical. And it just
She-
kind of clicks in her head like, oh shit, right?
"Yeah."
Hmm.
She like pen scratches, and she just starts laughing, and she goes, "Oh my god!" It, like closes her notebook and goes, "Oh, thank God for that." And she was like, I was worried you were some sort of scorned lover. When I found out a tabaxi was chasing Earwig across the north, I thought you were going to show up here with a swollen belly." She was like, "Thank
Oh.
God." She goes,
I'm
"Oh."
from Pachit, I'm not from Texas.
Sweet home Alabama.
I'm not from fantasy Texas.
Actually, I'm not even sure
Wouldn't
like
that be
where they.
Goes, then she like turns to the large man at us, and she goes, "I can't believe I didn't even recognize her." And then she does reopen her notebook and starts writing everything down. And she's like, goes, "So you are, well, there is no doubt you are in some way related to Earwig. I have met him." And she like still rubbing like tears out of her eye, like, "Oh, there's one headache gone away." She's like, "I assume you seek an audience with Earwig?"
I suppose so. Hopefully a little bit more than just an audience.
Yes, I know. Yeah, of course, it'll be more than an audience. I do have bad news for you, though, I'm afraid. Earwig left Mirabar this morning, and he headed northeast.
Deep
There.
sigh, like, okay. Like, this has been a fucking running theme for a while, she thinks.
Well, to be a fly on the wall, I think she starts scratching some things in a notepad, and she says, "Tell you what, he's gonna be gone for a few days. I was planning to leave for Neverwinter, but if this is gonna happen, I'd like to stay for it. And there's nothing really too important going on there. How about you stay in Mirabar for a few days, and then when Earwig returns, I will ensure that you meet him."
That would be lovely.
Very good. She goes. Then she goes, "Now I'm going to go get myself an elven ale with salt." And she stands up and trots off to the bar.
Don't suppose you could get a pinch of salt from me too.
I'm on it. Let's scene transition forward a few days. You've spoke with Keller a few times. She's told you who she is and what she does, kind of thing, and how she's in a relationship with Earwig. Not relationship, her business relationship with Earwig, should I say?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you've met Lars, you've spoke with Lars a couple of times, and all of that. Actually, a nice guy if you can get past the fact that he's 9 foot tall.
I guess I do at some point ask like what she's like and everything.
Yeah, she explains stuff, and miserable, perpetually miserable is her reply. She also gives you a little bit of his backstory about how tells you about Priestess of Lathander and everything that happened, and why you ended up meeting him, and how they ended up in the employment and everything. But we'll skip forward. I think it's been about 5 or 6 days since you guys left Mirabar. No, probably longer than that, because it's like a 4-day journey to where you are, and you actually went somewhere else, and then you had to, so it's actually been about a 10-day, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's actually been.
Just under a 10-day, isn't it? It's been about a week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
I
been
mean,
about a week. Yeah.
You guys have been flying around on fucking an
Yeah.
airship. I'm mostly been traveling by
Hiring
road.
useless
so-
guides and shit like that, you know, wasting money.
The guide is the only reason you found that place.
Yeah.
Hey, Raging, can you find another expert on giants?
Another one, even though I read the entire monster manual, guys, to you guys.
Yeah, but there might be one in this tiny little fuck off pissy town over here.
Yeah.
Let's not worry about them. It was fun.
I'm sorry, John.
Anyway,
it's cool. I'm poking fun at myself too.
what do you call it? She sends you a letter one day, saying you need to come to the Queen's Gambit. I'll wait. I need to see you. And then she looks a bit concerned when you go see her that day. Then she says,
Guess I like walk up to the bartender. It's like, yeah, elven thing without salt. You know the fucking deal.
yeah. No, she's in the pub this time waiting for you. And she says to you, like, I have grave news, Ember. Here's your brother fell in the fire giant mines. Dun, 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 dun.
Kind of like freeze, just standing there with like incredibly horrible ale.
And
Just
we'll
sort of,
pause.
Deadpan.
We'll pause, and we'll scene transition. Whoosh. No, like on Wayne's World, where they come up to the screen, like doo doo doo. And we'll go back to the rest of the boys quickly. This is where, if Brembo was here, we'd be going to him, which is why I'm so fucking glad we're not doing that. What do you call it?
Okay, Brambo, roll a Constitution check 3 times.
You're dead.
Whoops.
Transition. Boys, is it just flat Bat of Helmo to Mirabar, is it?
Yeah, basically. We're just going straight there.
You, after sending the sending stone to Keller, that morning you wake up and your own sending stone is like glowing to say that there is a message for you. And it's literally just like a few words in it is, come to Mirabar now. That is it. Like, oh shit.
Do you guys want to go without me? I'm happy to just, go back to Elventree for a couple days.
I'm throwing my lot in with a fucking drow, man.
We need to face our actions, even though we can.
Going on this whole time, fuck it, they're dry. They're fucking horrible. No, okay, let's go meet Canadan. Actually,
Rather
Keller-
fight a fire giant.
Keller all getting skinned by drow matriarchs. Keller skinned by drow. Oh, it's a tough one.
Elventree's where most of Elistry followers live.
Yeah, we know. I was just saying you're probably better with the drow. So
Ah, fun.
I am gonna have to. Oops, sorry. Can you guys hear Cora?
sounds like she's
She's
doing a
laughing.
sarcastic laugh.
Yeah.
um,
Very funny, Dad.
call it. What was I gonna say? I am gonna have to roll for some random encounters, boys, because we are. Oh,
That's fine.
no,
Yeah,
sorry.
let's go.
Actually, sorry. Your first night of rest, was actually disturbed. While some of you were downstairs sleeping, let's say it's probably Vamir because he doesn't sleep. He kind of took a look back at. There was a light coming from the mountains where you were. Page. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. You look back towards the mountain one night, and the mountain where you were is ablaze. Like somebody, you could probably guess who, has torched all of the trees on the mountain and what looks like the Yakfolk village. It's just glowing like this huge fire.
Guess we're not rescuing those slaves that you promised to rescue.
Yeah.
Nope, not now at least. We'll come back. But anyways,
We'll pick up the chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mountain is ablaze. Like there's no point being around the bush. The fire giants have set the fucking mountain. They've just torched it. You can only assume they've probably killed all the Yak folk in the process as well. And it's just, it looks kind of nice actually. Strangely beautiful.
in a disturbing way,
Yeah.
as I realize all the elves down there are probably getting roasted.
Give if I'm awake, I give Vamir a pat on the back.
Yeah, he probably came and got you guys to show you or something, didn't he? He's like, oh shit.
Yeah, wasn't there also like a guide that you guys were paying or whatever?
We'll deal with her later.
Yeah, she said, well, if you go into Mirabar, like, I'll be paid. Basically, she's saying, I'm still in your employment, and you're going to pay me while we're in Mirabar, and I'll make my own way back once we get there. That's what she said. So you're gonna have to pay
Yeah.
whatever the price was. I forgot what it was.
We're not gonna be assholes and kick her off the ship. So she's just gonna stay there till we get the bar.
Anyways,
I have the who's paying? Because I forgot how much it was a day. Let's just say 25 gold. Whoever's paying, just take 25 gold off yourself.
I'll just
Yeah.
pay.
Yeah, thought it would be you.
Okay, cool.
So, let's go with Voxel rolling a d20 for the second day of travel.
Yeah, I'll roll now. Fuck. There's the D20, it's right there. The hell's it not rolling? Because I didn't roll it on the board. Here we go.
Oh, that's a random encounter, my friend.
Wait. Ah,
Yeah.
fuck. Okay. What are we fighting?
I might not be fighting.
Okay, what are we getting fucked by?
Instant. Oh, it says, the book here says instant death? Huh.
Oh,
Okay, I'll
you roll
quickly
our
make a new
characters.
character real.
Yeah.
Just pop him out.
Just suddenly died of gout.
Oh,
All the
shit.
worry from seeing my people die.
Let me just find the page here, guys. Sorry. I was actually not expecting a random encounter. We'll not roll for the rest of
Well,
the
I
days.
always roll high. When it's only a 1 or it's high. That's all it is.
Right, I'll roll this. $17. Strong winds.
Oh crap.
Again?
Hold tight.
The
We've got a
ship, is
big
at,
gust
the
coming
ship
up.
is at the mercy of strong winds for 1d4 hours. Blown off
Right.
course, add 2d4 plus 10 miles to the current journey. 2d4, somebody, please?
I'm not gonna roll that.
It's actually, we can just skip this.
Oh, somebody's already done it.
Yeah, we could just skip this, to be honest. It just, because the time isn't really that important. It just takes a bit longer. I might. Yes, Sarah. You got lucky with that random encounter there, really.
Okay. I want to know what other encounters we could have had.
Go on, roll another d20 then. See what
Oh.
would have happened, Vox.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. So.
Fuck it, this one's gonna
with
count
our
if that happens as well.
imagination,
This is
we
gonna
thought
count.
we had a big.
Ooh,
Why do I keep rolling high? Anyways.
that's no random encounter.
Oh, is it
Go
not? Okay.
Okay, Apoth, roll a d20.
Yeah.
You want a random encounter.
Ah, I really wanted this young green dragon one.
No, because we'll get PTSD.
Of when?
Especially me.
Oh yeah, because the dragon killed Hagar in the last campaign, didn't it?
Yeah. Please, no. Remind me.
Please no. Right, boys.
Like Vamir doesn't even know about this, but it just feels like something on the back of his neck.
Oh, there's a green dragon here nearby.
Fuck that thing.
A green dragon senses a tingle.
Something's wrong. I can feel it.
It's a ripple in the force.
Okay.
The what you call it? Right. So we arrive at Mirabar. Who's nervous?
Not
What?
me?
Talk to Keller?
I'm
Bro,
still wondering
I
if
got
it's
nerves
possible
of
to get a lift
steel.
to
Nothing can
Elven Tree.
phase me.
I actually play tested a fight between you three and Lars, and you all fucking died.
Obviously.
Can I
Look,
ask, is
remember,
Lars-
you.
Is
How many
Lars a
have you
Goliath?
actually?
Or is
No,
Lars...
he's Uthgar. He's human. He's just
Ah.
Uthgar, and
I couldn't tell if he was... I thought he was half
level-
frost giant.
he's a Uthgar barbarian, level 20 berserker barbarian, right? To
Oh.
be precise.
Level
yeah?
20.
Oh no.
So yes, that does mean he has 24 strength and 24 constitution. Yeah. So
He also crits on a 19.
and he has the tough trait. And he
And he has improved critical, so if he crits with a great axe, he's dealing 4d12?
Oh,
With
it's
with
really
his-
interesting.
I like my stats.
Call it. How much HP? I rolled his HP as well. Hang on, just so you guys know, 295 HP.
Right.
That's like he just
Bad.
walks up to all three of you and just like, you're dead.
Click.
Wasn't he fucking attacking the fire giants? What the fuck?
Because he's looking after Keller. That's his job.
Oh. I can't.
What you call it? Anyway. What was I going to say now? Yep, you boys arrive in Mirabar, park the ship where you parked it before. Are you hiding, or are you going straight to her? Or...
Straight to her.
Great. Just face right on. Just take it like we take like that. Yeah, sure.
So, you guys arrive at the Queen's Gambit. Who goes in first?
Me, I
Look at
guess.
look.
Everyone just pushes
I look
Lurk.
at look.
Beautiful.
Lurk opens the door.
Okay, it's Lurk, I guess.
Mm.
Lurk opens the door and walks in. There's a few people in there. Lars is in there. He's hard to miss. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, so she's here. And she's look around, and then you see her. She, you, stands up and starts walking towards you. And Lars kind of like rushes to follow her.
Mm.
And she begins approaching you. You gonna say anything? She
Not gonna
looks-
say it. Not gonna say a word. Nothing I can do. Just not gonna say a word.
She looks pretty pissed. She looks pretty pissed, bro.
Understandable.
I don't know why I did that. No, I'm just rolling dice to be a knob. Nothing happened. She comes with a face like thunder. She just walks up to you and just slaps you across the face.
Unsurprised.
Just roll a d20 or something.
Oh, my dice didn't come through. Hey.
It didn't really hurt. Yeah,
Hey.
it didn't really hurt. Like
Very proud of that.
it's a bit stingy, but like, just like
Well, I mean,
You've
after
been
days
slapped
of getting
worse.
slapped around by giants, I mean,
your face turns after being slapped in the face, and then like Keller's anger's a bit gone now.
And then she kisses you.
Yeah, no, but like you kind of noticed, and now she kind of like has tears in her eyes, and then she just kind of, well, when she hit you as well, like Lars just kind of like got in the way a little bit as well. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
like he's, and just like levels you a look as well, just like don't, and just says, you left him. You left him.
I step up and I say, if you were in the same situation, you would have done the same. We were surrounded by giants. There was nothing we could do. Believe
We
me,
all knew
we
the
tried.
risks. We all knew the risks when we got into this. He died like a warrior.
But we don't know about the dwarf, though.
Keller,
He got knocked. But we don't know. But
call it. Shakes her head, and she's like, Rembo lives.
Wonderful.
Why
When?
does that sound like a tagline?
Why does that sound like a threat?
Yeah. Why?
Rembo
how
is
do you
alive.
know this?
I've had scrying spells put on him. He lives.
You got him out. Oh. You think
Li-
he's taken capture?
They-
Taken prisoner?
They must have done. Because she says, scrying spells can't locate him. They can only my scryers can't locate him. They only know he's alive. And my sending stone isn't working either with him.
All I know is if he is captured, going in with brute force will not get us anywhere. Especially after what we've done to their leader.
She like rubs her hands with the butt of her hands on her eyes. She's just says, "What happened? Tell me everything." Takes you to the table, notepad out, quill down, usual, and I assume you guys just tell her everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
No need to go through that unless anybody wants to.
No.
No.
Look
Wouldn't lie
does
to her,
explain
would
it
we?
the way I explained it earlier, where the hesitation on multiple parts basically caused the party to get split up and we got picked off.
So I was chewing crisps then, so I muted my mic.
Oh.
What do you call it? Yeah. So he does get upset when you tell her about Brembo again. And she's she, like, when you're done talking, closes her book, puts it away. She's like, "We have to go get him." She's like,
But how?
"I don't know yet. I don't know."
Apart from that, we're also one man short.
Two men short.
Excluding Brembo. Excluding Brembo.
He's always short.
Well, it's funny. Her mood completely changes. It's funny you should mention that. No. She says,
Yeah, I've just kind of been over at the same table over in the corner just this whole time, by the way, like barely even glancing up, just kind of looking down at the floor.
NPC
There's-
status.
"This there's somebody there's somebody who I
just
think you guys would like to
Aragorn being a
meet."
weird,
Oh,
just Aragorn
okay.
being a weird creep on the other side of the bar.
Okay.
One of them they're rangers. What do you call it? There's somebody. Yeah, that's a good segue actually. There's somebody
Oh.
you guys need to meet. And she's kind of like, "Here, kitty, kitty."
Oh my god.
She doesn't do that. She just kind of Dr. Cox whistle kind of thing. I can't do it. She waves you over, Ember. Perception checks, everybody except Ember.
Okay.
Let's see.
Perception.
Yeah, you know it's him. Fucking hell,
The
plus
plus 6
10%.
is better be good.
And this plus 10 saves me every time.
Good, innit? Plus 10 perception. Yeah, you all realise, like, as the person's coming, like,
Yeah, just kind of hesitating a bit first,
Is
but just
that-
kind of finally sighing and just getting back up fine, like, and walking over, like,
Realize
You
that
all
really
say,
not
like,
caring
I
anymore.
Say, I say out loud, I realize that sigh.
I recognise that. I recognise that boring, miserable look anywhere. Would you call it? Yeah, you all recognise them, like, holy shit, this cat looks like Earwig, but it's got tits.
That's Eric with it.
and like a white thing in the face.
Yeah, so
God
I'll
damn.
hand it.
Another
I'll hand it
cat.
over to you guys.
Alright. Guess I finally walk over and just kind of like pull my hood
Wait,
back.
I thought
But
Eric was with someone else. Who are you?
the resemblance is uncanny.
Yes, I suppose it would be.
Who
What
are
would
you?
that be?
So, do you guys know go by any names or anything?
Well, I guess we can introduce ourselves.
Other than the ones that fucked it all up?
Hold on, before we even introduce ourselves, do you know about what happened to Earwig?
Well, what was sent in that letter?
You were informed. Sorry for
More
your
or less.
loss. He was a great warrior. He did everything he could, but we were just in a really bad spot back there.
Who are you two, Eric?
Shit happens, and unfortunately, that shit was fire giant shaped. So
Yikes, bro.
Sorry for our uncaring friend over here,
He's a bit of a psychopath. On my end.
but we'll make sure that we can avenge your brother. Or oh fuck, we don't know that, but that's what we're trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Well,
Do we know he's dead?
no, we know he's dead. Fuck.
What do you mean?
That's what. Okay, whatever.
Guys know
Well,
Earwig is dead. Yeah.
Well, you fucking
Yeah.
saw him get basically split neatly
Okay,
down the middle,
okay.
so.
We'll be sure to avenge him. Whatever he was to you.
Well,
We're not quite sure,
He
unfortunately.
was until recently the last family member I had left that I'd ever met.
He told me he was an orphan and didn't have any family.
He was a slave, remember?
That is true. He probably wouldn't have known. But how did you catch wind of him being a brother? Were you a slave?
I was. A long time ago. And so was my mother, so was my father.
All born from the same cloth.
I suppose so.
Or the same chains. Ah!
I suppose.
Sorry.
I just fucking glared. I just fucking glared at him for like a second and then just like go back to it like, well, my mother on her deathbed told me one last secret. That I'd had a brother this whole time. That disappeared long before I was brought into this world.
I see.
That his name was on Riverdance's Moonlight. But I guess you would know him by an earwig.
Well, Earwig's chapters thankfully came to a conclusive end, and he was able to bury
Thankfully.
bury the demons that have plagued him most of his life. So we know that he went to Kellenbor's court with everything accomplished. We only wish that he was still here so he could accomplish more.
I suppose that only leaves mine then.
Are you a
Yes,
capable
now I am.
fighter as he was?
Well, not having seen him in action, I suppose I can't say.
But are you
And
capable?
it seems that I have wasted the entire year I've been traveling around here.
You might have lost your brother, but you can make it I'm trying to think here. Right.
Do you want to avenge your brother?
Yes. That could be something worth looking into. We are 2 men short, as you have heard. We could use another.
Well, I hope you appreciate I don't really have a horse in this race exactly.
Oh,
I only wish that I could have known him for long enough to work off enough of a relationship with him that I would have wanted revenge. Now I don't know what I want.
Well, you're free to stick
In fact,
with
I'm
us
not sure if I even
needed.
have anything left.
Sounds like a good excuse to enter Keller's employment and suffer with us all.
Exactly. If you see yourself as worth nothing, why die by that? Why not fight for something and be
Listen.
someone?
Why not save the world with us?
Or try to at least.
Got by the gods, the fact the world is depending on us, the fact the world doesn't even know that we're trying to save it, the fact that we even have any sort of measurement of influence on the world is fucking horrifying, guys. Holy shit.
You can avenge your brother and learn about him at the same time too.
Yes.
As much as we know him, there are some things that are still obscure to us, but we could at least help piece some semblance of information together for you.
I guess I could just kind of do that weird little gesture where you kind of just, you know, like a hand goes up and it just kind of falls back down again, just like, yeah, I guess, kind of like hand gesture. It's like not quite a shrug.
Well, that would be our fourth. We just need to go rescue Brumbo.
However the fuck we're gonna
I
do
think I-
that though.
God, I really
I think
hope
I
we get to
finally
kill
add that,
Salto's son.
If I can at least find him and see him, I suppose there'll be some kind of closure to all this.
Oh,
I'd
might
be
as well.
very careful. I'd be extremely careful what you wish for. We're going to be fighting fire giants. We fought one, and he was using a dwarf as a live dwarf for decoration of his hammer. I would be very careful what you wish for when it comes to seeing earwigs. Sometimes just knowing that the closure's there is better than seeing it.
Listen, I realize you don't know me. But I will
No,
let
I
you tell
don't, but I
yeah,
would
but I will
wanna
let you
see
know right now that I know enough about pain and such things do not scare me. At this point, there is literally nothing left for me in this world.
That's why I said you're gonna have a purpose here. So take it or leave it.
Wonderful. I agree with.
So I suppose I might
Leo.
as well.
Welcome to the unisex people on the wall. Yay!
Yay!
Woo! Okay,
Yay.
we look over at Keller now that we've been introduced
Yes.
to her.
We have the one female member now, so now the TV series is
Okay,
politically
never mind.
correct. Now we just need one in a wheelchair.
Yikes.
They're actually adding that.
That's gonna be Brembo.
No, they're actually adding. They're actually adding in the next update for people to be able to use wheelchairs in D&D. Was that in Mysteries of Candlekeep actually?
We're
No,
spraying
no,
from
no.
the
Oh
plot.
my god, you're just rolling
Wheelchairs are
around in a
coming,
wheelchair
guys.
swinging a
Wheelchairs are
sword.
coming.
We're talking
Right.
about D&D wheelchairs instead of the plot.
We're spraying from the plot.
Oh yeah, sorry,
Agree.
sorry, Vox, what were you saying?
Go on, Vox. What did you want to say first, mate? Before I take the reins a little
I
bit.
wanted to go over to Keller because, well,
Give her a
you're
big
done.
snog.
Yeah. Now that we've been acquainted with her, what would you have us do? Have you figured anything out? Because, like I said, this is going to be one hell of a rescue mission.
I've already sent my little birds out because this one points at Ember. I'll draw up the contract of employment as soon as possible. You do intend to indoctrinate her into the man on the wall, correct?
If at this point that would be a
In-
yes.
Doctrinate
not.
is one hell of a term for it.
Don't ask
Well-
questions. Don't ask questions. You don't want the answer to.
Well, as
Believe
long
me.
as it's reasonable and you provides
Yes,
good
she
Alright.
shall
support
be
to
with
us.
us.
Just let me get the
Definitely.
propaganda.
She'll take over Earwig's level of service. Like, she'll write that up. So whatever service you guys owe, I forget how much it was. Gonna take
She'll
over
be in debt
Earwig's
now.
share. Yeah,
She'll be in debt.
he's paying Earwig's debt basically.
Oh my god. Does she know about this?
Well, I mean,
Welcome
she's
to-
family,
welcome,
so...
Swindler. Did we just
Well-
meet her like 2 seconds ago, and the first thing we do is like swindler? Oh my
But-
god.
oh, by the
Well,
way,
I mean, it's family, so I guess you could probably, like, you do it that way.
welcome to working
s-
for the bad guy.
Inherited death, hooray!
yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
He says,
I'll do it.
take the night, go do whatever you need to do in Mirabar. He goes, fucking, go change out those horrible clothes I spent loads of money on, like looking at you guys now covered in ash and soot and cuts and blood and look awful.
I
Yeah.
immediately rip it right in front of her.
Ah.
No.
And then there's a glow behind you as you do it in slow motion, like, I'm so
can see his-
jacked.
I guess I kind of, like,
And nipples
lean
tremble.
over at Keller at that point, like, wait, so you pay them fancy clothing when they're going out fighting giants?
Get prepared, yeah. You gotta look good and feel good.
There's people in my employ look good, they smell good, and they brush their teeth. Yeah?
like the singular tooth.
But man, you guys get knocked about by giants, so I'd be surprised if you all have your teeth left. Like,
It's like she says that hand, like, gingerly handling, like, a toothbrush over to me, like,
this
hint,
is for your
hint.
tooth.
Like,
You've got cat food breath. There's
It
nothing
actually
worse.
smells like fish.
There's nothing worse than cat food breath.
smells
Yeah,
like
it does.
fish in both ends.
Oh, okay.
So she says, go take the night. Leave it with me. I'll see what I can come up with. I'm gonna go read my notes and go get another beer. We'll go for a pee break, boys. How does that sound?
Oh,
Yes, I'm
yeah.
gonna get a drink as well.
Sounds reasonable.
Sounds good to me. Let's go.
Ooh.
Right. 5 or 10 minutes, boys. Let's go.
Back,
Yeah.
boys. We have your
Improvisational.
We're on improv now. I didn't think we'd get this far. No, I'm kidding.
I
thought you'd all-
Santa.
Yeah, I thought you guys would be like talking in the airship about what color the airship is now for 45 minutes or something, but
No, we just talked about what color Santa is for 45 minutes.
We've got an audience now. We don't have time for that.
Yeah,
oh, by the way,
we're
Raging,
professional
I just
organization.
remembered. Can I ask that we try and close the session a bit earlier tonight because I have to be somewhere early tomorrow.
No bother at all, fam.
When is a good time for you, Box?
Well, I could go for another hour. But,
An hour
yeah.
sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably would be nice if we get everyone together before we start doing combat and everything anyway.
Right, let's go. The next morning, I'm just going to pick somebody at random. Leor, you decide
Yeah.
to go out for a little stroll.
Morning walk. That sounds
Yeah.
like Leor.
Go feel the wind on your face, so to speak.
Exactly.
You call it. There's you kind of hear, like, I don't know, how are you going to find out this news? You kind of hear like a little
I guess I
voice
stopped
going,
by a shop, like buy an apple or something.
yeah, and you hear something going on. It's like, extra, extra, read all about it. Fire giant host in the northeast. Extra, extra. No, that doesn't happen at all. There is no Cockney boy selling papers on the corner.
Oh, okay. I'll totally go up then. I was hooked.
Because they're all Welsh, obviously.
So what
Fuck
actually
it.
happens? What
Fuck
actually
it. No, no,
happens?
that happens. Extra, extra. Fuck it, that happens.
You little boy.
Do they have newspapers in D&D?
Tell me here, little
Now they
boy.
do.
What's this about this fire giant menace? Do you want to
Because-
sell me this paper for
Yeah.
1 pence? I mean silver.
Three coppers, sir.
Oh, there you go. Okay, 3 copper. There you go.
Layer's
Look
just
at
like
the newspaper. which
Layer just
now
grows a fucking bowler hat out of his head and a huge mustache out of nowhere.
Yeah, I
Have
tried
you
my
heard about?
mustache.
Have you heard about the Christmas goose in the shopkeeper's window?
Uh,
Go
Oh
buy
my
it for
God.
me.
so what's I cut the liver of it. I just skipped straight to the. I think this is more maybe it'll be like the headline news. So I just
Yeah,
read
so
it.
headline is like fire giant host in the northeast sacks at Dead Snows and New Fort.
Oh, they're pissed off.
So it's been like what, like 5-6 days since you guys left. Basically, the crux of the newspaper is fire giants in the northeast have amassed a monstrous host and are now marching southwesterly. Expected to be there's warnings there advising everybody in the Silver Marches to evacuate immediately and await. The Lord's Alliance are currently preparing a host to counter it.
Where was it? Like,
The s-
suppose around the ice
Well,
fires.
The Silver
Yeah,
Marches, yeah.
so-
So
Okay.
so
I'm
they've
guessing
sacked Dead
s-
Snows and New
Yeah.
Fort.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And they're heading southwards.
Towards Everland. Last seen heading towards Everland.
Not good
Just
news.
thinking about Dead Snows as a big smoking ruins is just like thinking, ah yes, just
we
like
can
revenge
always
for that.
ambush them at John is mega gay.
Just fucking revenge for that horrible whiskey they had.
We could ambush them at John is mega gay. Where's that?
For some
Oh,
reason, I've
right,
hidden
that's
an
a thing you
alert
did.
word That is John is mega gay.
Yeah, it says that on the thing.
Oh,
my
yeah.
god, it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Put it on
remember you were like joking about that, like
Oh yeah, because I was showing you boys how you can drop your own pins on the map. But yeah.
Yeah,
Look, I'll put this one. John is mega gay.
I'm gonna rename that forest after myself. What
John
am
is
I gonna
mega
name
gay
it?
wood.
Yeah.
John.
John is gay forward.
Yeah. Wood.
Slash slash all of a sudden gay.
So I
Ah,
show
slash
away
John
these
gay.
intrusive, slightly homophobic thoughts, and
Yeah.
I
Um,
think it's about time I finish my stroll, and I head back to the inn where we are situated.
Hmm.
As I
Slap the new-
enter, I see Aight snorting a line off the bar.
Yeah.
Tits.
Yeah, someone's tip. I don't know. I go over to Lurk and say, Lurk,
Yes.
the fire giants.
Yes. Fuck him. What
Take
about
a look. I give him the paper,
him?
and basically, yeah, you can as you can see, they're marching from Ice Spires to Dead Snows, and now hit Newfort. They're moving really quickly. This is how many days after we left?
About
this
a
happen?
week. In fact, fuck it. Hang on, no. To gather a host and sacked. They've only sacked Dead Snows. Yeah. the fire giant. It says fire giants are calling all orc hordes and etc. to them, and their host is growing by the day, etc.
We need to put a stop to this. We need to put
We
the ordering
do.
back on track.
Well, we could either. So the option is we either deal with the fire giants, or we, unfortunately, let people take the beating whilst we try and rush to save the ordning. It's
So how you
not a
like?
pleasant decision either way.
So how you like
afraid,
come back to like the bar and everything with the newspaper and showing everyone?
Yes.
Showing
Okay.
this lurk primarily.
Oh, just lurk. Yeah.
Yeah, just to keep this streamlined and have too many people at the same time.
Lurk gestures, and I'm doing this alright. Lurk gestures at Lurkwood and says, "There's got to be elves here. If not, the dwarfs are at Mithril Hall. I highly doubt the fire giants would risk marching to Mithril Hall, and if they do, well, the elves and the dwarfs, an alliance of men, elves, and dwarfs, might be
First,
selling to face them.
it
But
seems like they're hitting small settlements for now. They're probably gonna avoid dwarves.
You're
Let
right.
sleeping dogs lie. I'm guessing this is being conducted by that general's child.
yeah,
Guy we murdered.
the
What's his
brat.
name again? Brat.
We
yeah.
murdered
Zal.
Zalto. Yeah, we murdered a man
Zaltember.
called
Duke
Zalto.
Zaltember, yeah, Duke Zalto's child.
Yeah.
The guy we killed.
The guy who
I-
swore a blood
I
oath to destroy all
honestly-
small folk.
I
Yeah.
honestly don't see a better way because what can we do in this big picture?
Well,
have to focus in on
do
what
need to
we-
rescue Brembo.
Do you think he's in their warband? Would they bring him on the road with them?
I assume so.
Yes, because they did torch their original spot. So
Almost like it's relevant to the plot.
exactly, like if they
Well, they're at
if they
Dead
did
Snow.
torch their own citadel, it seems like they are now living nomadic lifestyle and basically pillaging everything they can get their hands on.
How
So-
about we go Felbar? We go to Felbar, and then if they haven't hit Newport yet, we can make our way down to Newport. If they have hit it, we can ambush them at Sunnibar or Hawk's Nest.
Well, from a strategic point of view, they're moving west.
We'll add their host is believed to be in the thousands now.
thousands.
Yeah.
Where is
they,
that on the map?
They've hit Dead Snows. Their host grows by the day, and they believe their host is nearly 2,000 strong now.
Yeah, but you said Newfort, right?
Newfort, yeah. No. I
Ava said
retconned it.
that.
I retconned Newfort.
Oh.
They've only attacked Dead Snows now because
So
to gather
we
a
have,
host and to move.
no idea where they're heading. But the biggest
No, they're
target.
heading southwest to. I believe they're heading for Everland.
Well, let's head to Newport then, honestly. It sounds like a fortress, and we can fucking hope that it's got enough men there to hold. If we're there, that will give the fire giant leader a reason to come out.
Pair of you
And-
make let's say, let me have a look at the stat sheet quickly. So see if you guys remember anything about
History?
Newfort.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
history.
won't-
History, I do. Yeah, history. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a safe bet that it won't go through the pass because that's Ambush Valley. So they'll probably take the more open road towards Everland.
I've got a 15.
History check, please.
Oh, I rolled
Three,
twice by
I'm
accident,
looking-
but I got 15.
Story. Let me just give you some info
13.
on Newfort. Apoth, you pass. Give you some information on Newfort. Okay. So Newfort is a Mott and Bailey stockade on the south of the Fork Road east of Sunderbar. A few dozen wood frame cottages. It's a small settlement like Mott and Bailey. Basically a wooden castle. There's a low population place, you know what I mean? It's not going to have a. There's just going to be some basic city guard there, do you know what I mean? And they,
It's not going to be a
And-
massive garrison.
yeah, basically. And if they've seen what's happened to Dead Snows, you probably imagine that they've evacuated. Like things like this happen in the Savage Frontier a lot, like the Heartwild Horde and things that happened on
sure.
they would have just gone, no, we need to
So there's a very small area, like the very first place we hit, for example, like the very beginning
yeah.
of this campaign.
It's
like
like nice stone.
that
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's
Perfect, John.
it's very small. There's like
Yeah.
maybe
Just,
40, 50 people living there.
yeah.
What about the Citadel of Felbar then? I think
Where's Felbar, mate? I'm not seeing that.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
Citadel
Citadel.
Fardbar.
Felbar,
That's
yeah.
where the asshole dwarves are.
That's where, yeah, you've already considered going there. Isolationist dwarfs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we wanted to ask them for help, but then we decided they're a bunch of assholes and did
I
not even
can't-
ask them.
I kind of put the kibosh on it because I didn't want a whole army, and now because this has happened, I've introduced a whole army. Fuck.
Well,
Give us an army of elves and dwarves.
So let's think about what we want to achieve. We want to get back.
Rambo.
We
If
can
the-
always try and be.
So-
We can always try and be sneaky and just sneak into their camp, but
Is the
We need to
rest-
figure out if they're evacuating Uford or not. Does it say that on the news article?
is the
Yeah,
other
yeah,
two
it
of
would
us
do, yeah.
doing anything in particular during all this?
Up to you. Vaymir is probably
Okay.
arm wrestling somebody.
Well, I suppose I probably come down the stairs eventually. I don't know if they have coffee in like D&D, but if they do, I guess I order a coffee and like just kind of
Not
walk over.
here,
Just
no.
okay.
You'd
Well, I
only
guess I
get it
just
in
kind of
places
like.
Neverwinter and stuff.
Well, I guess I just kind of walk over to you guys and just like apparently arguing around this newspaper. I'm just like, okay, so what are the heroes arguing about today?
how we want to kill the fire giants?
Oh yes,
I think we should just get Brembo back and then.
that
Do
thing
you
you were
want
so
me?
good at the last time.
In all fairness, we did kill Duke Zalto, and in all fairness, you didn't.
Burn. Neither did you. It was Earwig who killed Duke Zelda.
Oh, Eric's dead, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, get wrecked now.
Oh,
Yeah.
posthumous bird.
And Lurk just like folding his arms, just like I could have done that.
Look, just doesn't get. He's just like, I just want to kill these fucking dudes and apparently get Brembo back.
Yeah, come back when you're more than 32 HP. Hey.
Oh.
Guess looking across the newspaper, I'm just like, yeah, you guys seem pretty good at your job, don't you?
Okay, let me tell you what's going on. Okay, and we go through everything, and now we're here.
Sounds
So,
good.
how should we get the? How should we ambush them on the way to Newford? Like, we need to figure out if they're gonna set up camp around
If you
Newford.
travel
Like, if
to
they're gonna make it,
Newford,
yeah, if they're gonna do a siege, we could probably go
Yeah.
into their siege camp and probably figure something out from there. But we need to know if they're evacuated Newford or not. If there's going to be a siege or not. If we can go with that.
Hear me out.
Okay, I'm
I
gonna
have
be
a
like,
really dumb idea.
I'm gonna be
but
okay.
It's so dumb it might just work.
Hmm?
We
I'm
don't
gonna
need
be
we
like,
don't need an army.
okay.
We don't need anything. We just need to sneak in, grab Brembo, and I think all we need to do is have a hand on him. All of us, yeah, one of us just, I don't know, we just all have like a nice big group hug because we're such a lovely band of adventurers who all clearly love each other so
Yes,
very fucking
and then
much.
blow the horn, right?
Yeah, we just need to
Yeah.
grab him and blow the fucking horn.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
So that's why we need to nail them down in one spot so we can have time to infiltrate.
Give me a second, boys. I'm just frantically writing notes because I didn't see this coming. This is what you want to try and do, yeah? You want to try and sneak into a host of fire giants and orcs.
Preferably whilst they're distracted by something else, like
And probably assisted with some kind of magic that I don't have access to, so we might have to do some hirelings or something.
I look around the inn and I'm just gonna ask like, I don't suppose what's his face with the scales would like to hear some of this too.
I think Vaymir is fine. He prefers to do rather than he prefers the act of them rather than thinking. of
Baymir's
it.
just throwing a bouncy ball at the wall in the corner.
Yeah.
Throwing it and
It's
catching
probably
it.
got one of those wooden fucking dollies that he, like with the arms and stuff, and he's like doing the taekwondo kind of
Doing 5-finger fillet on his own.
Yeah.
No, have you ever seen Aliens? You know where the cyborg does it dead quick? That's how I imagine Vaymir would.
Yeah.
Like the knife just goes like,
Yeah, that was good sound effects, right?
Sounds like that.
He's been like you just look over like he's been doing that for 2.5 hours. Like he hasn't stopped.
His concentration is impeccable. Oh my god. All right. So what do we do? What do we do? What do we do, boys?
Right, I need to start writing notes. Fuck.
Yeah, so I think,
Yeah.
I think
we're kind of.
if it's new fort, we can hope that for some reason the
Let me give
They've-
you boys.
they've approached it, and even though it's evacuated, they might still think it's got a garrison there, and they might try and just preemptively set up a siege camp because
that takes a lot of preparation. Do we have enough time to like set up a fake defense?
no,
like,
we
would it
don't need
even
to do anything.
bite?
We can just wait until they've set up their siege camp and then go in. Because with a host of 2,000, controlling everyone will take a huge amount of time, and in that disorganization, we can probably quickly go in.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying we should not. We should treat this as a special operation and put it outside the military context of the main force. We need to
I
go get in, get out, and
Boys, as well,
How?
I'm gonna let you know now. If you set off now and flew as the crow flies straight to Newfoot, it's gonna take you 10 days to get there.
we should probably go to Sundabar then, because that's their next objective.
follow up.
I think I am going to ask though, like, how do you even know Brambo's gonna be at a random battle camp?
Because because fire giants are like are like children that never grew up. They just want things.
So,
They don't care about how they get it. They just want things. And having a man on the wall, one of the men on the wall, will probably make this boy's ego so big that he thinks he can actually achieve this. I think, even though we'll be late, I think we still head to Newfort purely because there is a chance they might use it as like a stash or cache for some of their loot whilst they raid the surrounding area.
Well, that
Well.
and also in the context of them basically torching their own stronghold. It seems like
Okay.
they've thrown away all
I guess as you start,
propriety and has decided to go on the warpath.
I
And,
guess as you start like going on about like looting what's actually other people's stuff, I guess I'm like, well, I guess I don't need to pretend to be an angel here after all.
we're realistic. Don't we try to achieve our goal, which is in the ultimate a good goal.
So what do you think of my idea? Just flat out, we still go for
I think the idea
Newfort.
we came up with is pretty good.
Yeah, because
Good.
Should we bring Vimir in on this?
We're gonna give him a ring. Hopefully he's got his cell phone on him.
Just- just look, just sort of like leans back and yells out like across the tavern, Vamir,
Yeah,
we're gonna go sneak into a fire giant camp and free Brembo. You coming?
Yes.
Bueno.
Doesn't look up from his 5-finger fillet. Yes. Are we
I
going
like
now?
I love it when a plan comes together, and I
Will
love
there
it when it's a horribly
should
stupid
we
plan.
should
Will
we
there be
hear
snacks?
with should we hear with the mistress too? I give Lurk a knowing look.
Oh, wait, what? Sorry.
Should we hear with the mistress what she thinks about this?
We should probably tell her the plan because honestly, she's gonna find out. We might as well just tell her. And if
Yes,
we all
we
fuck
need,
up and die, then she at least knows where we think
I think
Brembo
for
is.
us to have a chance at this, we need some spells, like invisibility spells.
Let's,
You know, things in that general area to help us with the infiltration, because we're not going in for a fight.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll be stomped to death before we can get 10 feet into that camp.
Well,
I've got
it
really
sounds like
funny-
you have bumbled into a bit of an expert if it's infiltration you need.
Fuck yeah, dude! We're assembling the team. This is like fucking
Oh!
Ocean 8, dude.
You
Potions
son
of
of a
invisibility.
bitch,
yeah,
I'm in.
yeah.
Potions of invisibility are a thing in D&D, aren't
No,
they?
You'll
This
not
is
buy
turning
them in
into heist
Mirabar.
movie.
Shit.
This is
They're
Oh
like
yeah,
$2
by the
a
way, raging. I'm supposed to have proficiency in Slay of Hand.
Okay.
I'm just noticing now I don't have it, just random little thing.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't
I
have
thought we were gonna like
persuasion.
in
though.
reflex,
lieu-
you know?
In
Like
lieu
you talking
of...
stealth?
What is it in lieu of?
Oh yeah, it's instead of stealth because the rules say that like if there's something from your background that like you're already getting that from something else. In this case, stealth because the Maxes already have stealth. Then I can like pick
Mhm.
something else. So it's like the criminal background, but instead of stealth, I make sleight of hand.
No bother. You are now efficient in sleight of hand. What the fuck was I gonna say? Yeah. So,
Pretty
son of a
sure
bitch, I'm
also
in.
supposed-
Right, so you guys are gonna
I'm
go
also
tell
supposed to have
Keller.
persuasion, by
Yeah,
the way,
I'm
too.
thinking. I'm thinking unless Vamir has any opinions, we go do that.
No, just go.
I have no strong feelings either way.
Just go.
Go with the flow.
So we're gonna go to
Nasty thought.
quite a funny scene transition here, right? So picture you guys are like 4 chairs in front of Keller at a desk, right? You've just explained the plan. Like if this is a movie, like, so we'll go tell Keller what's happening, and then we'll start the plan. The scene transition goes. Imagine you 4 are sat, desk, Keller. The camera's behind you guys. You see the back of your heads, and Keller just goes, "No, no, 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 no." What makes you think sneaking into a fucking fire giant camp is a good idea?
What makes you think we can't do it?
It was because I wouldn't trust you 4 idiots to bake bread. Never mind.
I think
point.
I make a good bread, by the way.
There is another option.
When did
My
our fucking
master
D&D
in it-
campaign become a fucking sitcom?
My
There
my,
is
my
another
master
option.
baker in the temple told me I make good scones.
There's
go on,
always another option.
pray tell.
You could always hire the drow.
Pen scratch. Like, rips it, starts writing again. What'd you call it? The drow. Like, no, 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 no. What'd you call it? Yeah, she says, what'd she say? Give me a minute, boys. I'm just thinking.
The drow are a thing. They are terrible, horrible things that do not deserve to exist. But they are a thing, and they will do horrible things for money, and you have horrible amounts of money.
Their stealth capabilities impressed me.
They're
Oh.
useful, kind of like how poison is useful.
True. What you call it? She no, if you guys are doing this, you're doing it yourselves. No, you're not hiring the drow. Sorry. No,
She really does that? Ah, fuck.
no, that's me as the DM saying no. If you guys are gonna do this, you're doing it yourselves. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's like, no, I can't just like let that decision be made on a dice roll by an NPC off camera. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, okay.
Um,
So that's what you mean. Okay, so
yeah,
it's
so
up
I'd
to
rather-
us. It's up to
yeah.
us.
I feel like there's a lot of fun to be had here, and if we try and give it to somebody else, it's just not gonna be fun.
But Keller, we don't really have any way to contact the drow if we're gonna go ahead with this. We don't really have anything to offer up to them either as payment. The only thing I think we might have in common is preserving the status quo. They like what they're having going on right now, and we like what's going on right now. And maybe in the interest of keeping up with the status quo, they'll be convinced to work with us, at least for this little operation we have.
Who, the drow?
Yeah, you think that will happen? I don't know. I don't really know about their situation too much. I'm ignorant of this.
She's
They're
like,
greedy
I
cunts.
can assure you, the drow are not interested that the fire giants are running across the sunlight and killing people. I can assure you, they do not care.
So they don't really think about their livestock as a valuable commodity to keep in.
They live in the Underdark. There will always be livestock. They'll steal the orcs if they have to.
Drow do eat orc meat.
Well, we don't really have anything to dangle for in front of the dark elves to make them help us. So I think we should scratch that idea then. Sounds good?
Yeah, you can't say the D word as well, bro. Jesus. Call it. Yeah. So. Right.
Well, the thing I
So the-
want to get at, Keller, is
Mhm.
we can't achieve this on our own. Our current capabilities won't allow us to do such an operation of this kind. We're not really built for stealth.
Looks at your javelin and hammer that both produce loud thunder noises and says,
Yeah.
"Oh, really?
Exactly. So you see my point.
Really? The thunder guy." What do you call it?
And just
Oh.
kind of hand Lair back his wallet, and it's just like, well, maybe not you, maybe.
Am I Thor, the thunder god, or am I like a monk with the thunder weapons? I don't know. I'm having an
what's it called?
identity crisis.
Right. Okay. So so the plan is to go to Newfort, find where the fire giants are, sneak into their camp with their host, growing larger by the day, I might add. You're gonna try and get in there and save my Brembo.
Yes.
Right. I suppose I can't fucking stop you. Like, you do know you're all going to fucking die, right?
Oh, as it is currently, yeah, we're gonna need some help. I'm thinking someone.
Seeing as Brembo also is pretty important to you too.
I'm thinking.
That's why I'm not gonna stop you.
I'm thinking if you can get us with your connections, someone that can cast invisibility spells and maybe assist us on this venture,
What
it
about
will give us a fighting chance.
what
Why
about
don't-
you guys? Do you guys know anybody? Like anything? Do you know any powerful creatures,
Ooh.
entities, anything like that?
We know some dragons, but I don't know if they will help us
What dragons?
that kind of way. It's a long story, and I'm not really prepared to tell it right now.
You're talking about how the airship you own is owned by Clouth, which you already told me.
Yeah.
I'm like looking over at Lair, it's like, well, sorry, did you just say dragon?
It's complicated, okay? We're just spitballing here.
Do you really have an it's complicated with a dragon?
Yes.
He's an asshole,
Especially
okay?
with a dragon.
Yeah.
What
but
about the other
he's a
dragon?
useful asshole. I don't know.
Oh, you sound like
that's,
a lovely
that's
couple.
That's the only connection we can think of. At least I
What
can
about-
think of.
What about the other dragon who nearly got you all killed?
Asshole too.
Who fell glass?
Wait,
And I'm like
is that who
looking
you're
back
talking about?
over again. I'm
Yeah,
like, what do you mean the other
Oh,
dragon?
This is kind of a bro.
How many fucking dragons do you guys know?
Well, if
One
you look
of
at my
our three.
arms, and I just show them my arms.
I think
Just
we know like
flexing. Four, at
three of
least.
them, right?
Four.
Yeah.
You know, Arbitrace, Felgalos, Clouth, and
Yeah.
fuck, what's her name? Like, yeah,
Arbitrace is my dragon.
Imrith.
Yeah. Honestly, Felgalos is. He could probably assist us, but honestly, he lives in his own little bubble. I have no idea how to get in contact with him, and honestly, I don't know if you can find him even with your spiders.
You mean about how I found a guy who didn't even know his own name in the whole of the Savage Frontier?
He's a shapeshifter. I mean, if you can,
Leave
it
it
would
with
be
me.
nice.
Leave it with me. Right, so hang on, let me just write Felgalos down on my notes. Felgalos, potential ally. Because what about anybody
This
else?
is turning into fucking Ocean 8. What is
Yes.
going on?
Felgalos.
There's
Felgalos, we
always
need
the
you for a
He's the
harpers.
job.
muscle. He's the muscle, right?
There's
Now we need a
always the
safe cracker,
harpers.
okay? We need a safe cracker. We need a guy that can get us in.
There's always the harpers.
You're a harper.
Yeah,
Tell us
I
more.
am.
Tell us more.
Good.
Sorry, what does that mean?
I have no idea. That's what I mean.
Let me go get a beer, boys, and I'll explain everything.
Actually, I wanna take a short break, dude. Can we just take a 10? Or 5?
I mean, I want to go in like 20 minutes.
Okay, I'll be quick then. I'll be right back to
Alright. Itty bitty short break.
what I'm saying. Like, we need someone with invisibility potions or fucking invisibility spells, what the fuck ever.
The
We need someone
Harpers.
to help us.
The
Harpers.
Harpers are a known spy. They're a spy guild, basically.
So they
Which
would
I
have expertise.
affiliations with.
They can
That's
hook
where
you
I'm at
up. basically.
hashtag.
Hmm?
That's where I'm at hashtag.
Oh, boys, you know what I just remembered as well? Evelyn and Mirabar are connected by the teleportation circles.
Hey.
So you could get to Everland today, and then you wouldn't have your airship.
Can we
Yeah,
teleport
that's-
an entire airship? That's what I'm
No.
saying. Oh.
No. Because the teleportation circles are both inside.
Well, not like we can do anything about that. So our options is. What if we take the airship? It takes 10 days. If we take the teleportation circle, how long does it take?
You'll get to Everland instantaneously, and then you'll have to walk 20 as the crow flies, which you won't take. By the way, a 6-day walk to Newfort. Well, no, it'll be
If we
longer
walk
than
by,
that. No. It'll take about the same to walk to Newfort. Yeah, it'll take about 10 days.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck it then. We'll
Okay,
just
so
live
it's
in a
20
cabin and take the airship,
so
right?
the options is either 10 days or 20 days.
10 days of humping through fucking wilderness with monsters wanting to kill us, or 10 days on an airship cabin, air conditioned, with like masseuses massaging your feet or whatever. You know, what choice do we have here, man?
First class all the way.
Exactly.
I don't know what sort of airship
We'll
you
get
have,
fucking
but
Belle Delphine to sell her some of our bathwater, and she'll look good. So I think we'll stick with airship.
I think you lost me about halfway through that.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we're taking the airship basically because taking the teleportation circle would just be a hassle.
So Keller's scratching a note about the Harpers. Tell me about the Harpers. Whip Iron Bottom. I'll send note. Because I'll think while we're off next week, because we're not going to start this fucking break in this week. I'll tell you that for free because we're finishing in like half an hour. I'll figure out some assets that the Harpers can give you through the week. Anything
We're
else?
cooking up a big operation, man. You'll need it.
It's gonna be fun.
Imagine improvising this entire situation.
Well, I suppose I kind of just have one little question for you, Raging. And that
The
would be...
answer's no. No, don't worry. I've read your mind. My perfect Sunday is a lovely Sunday dinner. No, go on.
Well, I was just kind of guessing that because those guys that was all up at the gantry when we were like fighting Duke Saldo, they probably all saw like fucking Earwig just fucking tearing the guy's like fucking jugular vein out of his fucking throat. So I'm guessing like maybe they're gonna have his fucking corpse like paraded just like on a fucking stake or something somewhere, which I think could lead to us being able to recover his corpse and like bring him back to like Tribor and everything.
You're gonna be so fucking disappointed when you find out what's happened.
Oh.
Sorry,
That's
what do
all
you
I'm
mean?
gonna say. I've already written the story. When we go through it with Rembo next week, you guys are all gonna find out what's happened.
Oh, mate.
But at least get like the sword, I guess that it probably at least kind of.
Oh,
They
man.
killed the
Well,
guy with
guess
this
we'll
sword. Now
figure
it's
it
ours. I
out.
don't know.
Guess we'll figure it out when it happens.
I guess this is just more of a suggestion. Like,
Story's written, bro.
Literally begging you, Raging, don't do this.
Story's written.
She needs
it's in my
redemption.
notes. In my notes, bro.
They're set in stone, right?
Yeah.
what do you mean it's
They're
gonna
written-
happen?
They're written in pencil. There's nothing that can be done now.
Why are you like?
Uh,
Why are you like even presenting this like it's gonna be a huge thing? Like it's already dead.
It's just a piece of meat, bro.
Don't worry
But
about
okay,
it.
can we get back on track? So we
Yes,
can
let's.
wrap it up neatly.
Can you think of any other assets you may be able to use, gentlemen? Harper's is one I didn't think of. Felgloss I tried to guide you towards.
We need to find the big boss, right? So if we can get Felgloss on our side, we can use him to maybe cause a distraction or buff us or something. Depends on how willing he is. There's also the Harpers. They can probably provide us with potions or a wizard or something like that. They can help us.
Also,
They're
are
stealthy.
halflings particularly stealthy?
Yes.
Right, because it seems like we could basically just use him as like a fucking stealth bomb. Just have him sneak in there and just like
I think the
whole
general
thing blows up.
Yeah, but the general plan is that we all get there, we all come into one big group, and then we blow the horn and teleport. That's the grand idea, and once we reach our destination through the teleportation, we gotta be ready for whatever comes next. So we will need everyone. So basically, it's like everyone has to go in. We can't just send a single person in to do the job.
So you all need to sneak in. Or one of you needs to get Brumbo out.
Unless we send one person in, gets Brembo, which
Yeah,
is
well-
in whatever condition. We have no idea what condition he's in,
So
and
if we
brings
get
him back out again.
So
That's
if
a
we get
gamble.
Thelgalos in here in on this, we kind of use him as a distraction and then sneak in behind them.
Well, there's no better distraction than a fucking big ass dragon tearing shit up. So
He doesn't need to put himself in danger. He just needs to give them something to panic about or chase
exactly,
after.
like we don't have a blood oath with him. He doesn't owe us his life.
No, but he'd probably be more likely to help if we ask than the other fucking cunts.
Exactly.
That one. Right. Okay.
Well, I suppose
Can
I
you think of
wouldn't have anything to
anything
really.
else, gentlemen?
I guess the only ones Ember would know about would be some of like Cedric's old mates, but like all the way fucking hundreds of miles to the south, thousands of miles to the south probably. So I don't know.
No one that's really, can't.
Nah, they're
Drum
gonna
up
they're
in
gonna be
10
no
days.
use. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got the Flying Misfortune and the Harpers. I'll think of some stuff.
What about
for the
what
week.
about you, Vaymir? Do you have any ideas?
Nope.
Nope.
I
Okay.
don't know anyone outside really.
No one.
All accomplishes long past.
Yeah, he's the last of the way of the open hand. Right. What was I gonna say? Right. So that's the plan. Keller's gonna try and drum up you up some allies. We'll roll some dice to figure out whether she does next week. I think we end it here, you know, boys.
Actually, yeah.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot
yeah.
to
Like,
prepare
there's
for
no point
for
just
you.
starting the journey.
And
No.
Brembo will be here next week, and it'll, all wrap
We can
together
go
nicely.
through. We can go through what's happened to Brembo, and where he is, and what's going on, and everything.
I as well
I
wasn't
love
here this
how,
week.
Like, Apoth, I love your ballsy plan because this is so exciting. Next week is gonna be so lit.
I figured that if we do die, we might as well die doing something really dumb and stupid.
Good that we can start playing a good game on Saturdays instead, like
Yeah.
like Jacks or something.
Starfinder.
What do you call it?
Have you
Uh,
just before you head off raging? Have you seen the new bard class that's coming?
Thanks,
Subclass that's
boys.
coming.
See you later.
See
Yeah,
you,
see you later,
Mr.
Vox.
Voxel. Bye.
Bye.
That's a good 2-hour session, I think.
I had a lot of fun.
I'm gonna
I've
turn off
missed
the stream.
this so much.
We're just gonna dump a lot of things into your lap, raging, and I expect you to do perfectly.
Do we have any plans for how we're gonna find Thelgalos and everything though?
I'll think of it.
she'll,
Keller's
fucking
doing it, isn't
try.
she?
Keller will try, and
Keller is the
I
MacGuffin
mean-
of the plot.
I suppose
Yeah.
because Thelgalos' whole thing is that he's supposed to be able to transfer luck to everyone. You could probably get away with us just randomly bumbling into him. But
Just-
while he's doing something completely unrelated.
yeah, we'll be like, Keller, send out your spiders. Next
Well-
morning, we're fucking picking our teeth or something, and it shows up like, hey boys.
I mean, what the fuck was it last time? It's like he just randomly showed up, and it was like Leia was just out on a walk, and it's just like, hey, here, hold this, and just just ran off. Like
Running
angry
away
guards
from the
came after him.
guard.
Yeah.
Just quickly before I head off, have you had a look at the new bard that's coming raging?
No,
It's
I don't
actually
follow it.
it's actually super cool. Basically, it's like as you're telling stories, like the spirits from the stories come up to fight for you and shit like that.
What do you call it?
Like Revenant from what do you call it?
It's called College of Spirits.
That's pretty
Huh.
dope.
Yeah. So basically, your guys talking about heroic tale of Sir Archibald III who died to the Beast of Carebor.
Oh my
He
god!
just appears and fights.
Oh my god! Does that mean that you, as a bard, you can summon a fucking band? Ghost band.
Oh my god, cease. There was in the lore a band of orcs
Oh
with
my god,
four
I want
drums.
that.
So you could have that. You could have, as your fucking orc, just summon a bunch of ghost orcs with drums.
done.
God, I hate it. Right,
Just
I'm off.
Slipknot
I'll see
or
you
drummer.
guys soon. Bye. Thanks again, Raging. I really loved it.
No bother.
God,
Anytime.
I'm so happy that Keller didn't kill me.
Keller seems surprisingly dull with all of this.
Surprisingly
it's
well.
really
You know
nice.
what Keller is? Right? A DM's lazy writing tool, and she's
Yeah.
great.
Works.
I love her.
She's
We're
A
basic.
lazy DM.
She
lazy
works
DM's
just-
best friend.
She works just like the Force in Star Wars, just all-purpose plot insinuation.
Yeah. Just
I
keeping.
see her like the Shadow Broker from Mass Effect. That's like, because you know how the Shadow Broker was in everything, knew everything,
I
knew what you were doing, blah blah
Only
blah all
think
the
I
time.
played half of the first game.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You're not
One
missing
last
out.
thing before I head off. Seems kind of weird that she keeps like a nuclear bomb like Lars in her pocket, but whatever, dude. His job,
nu-
right?
Nuclear bomb, like, yeah, like, would you? She's a dangerous woman. Like, a lot of people are after her all the time.
yeah.
Like, she's a bad person.
It's
You
kind of
know
like what I
mean?
was about to say. Like, it'd probably be stupid to put your most valuable asset anywhere else.
Lars is literally a nuclear bomb, though. Like, I messed about with it earlier. I was like, I wonder what happened if these three fight him. I just messed about with it, and he fucking wiped the floors with you. Like, I think he one-shotted. He one-turned Vamir. No. He one-turned you. Sorry, he friggin' wiped you. Yeah. Then Vamir went for him, hit him, and he just like reactioned, like took half his HP, hit him twice, and he was just like, yeah, I ignore half of that damage. And he was just like, right, okay, now Vamir, chop, chop. Okay, he's down. Turns to Lurk, and he's like, oh shit. It's like, chop.
What am I doing this entire time? Am I
You
gonna,
died. You died for turn one, mate. You didn't even get a go.
Like,
You just
turn
went,
turn
chop.
one, dude. Fuck.
Yeah,
Dude, he's smart though, going for the cleric first. Like, no heals.
just fucking. He fucking chopped you in half, mate. Literally.
Like scared, dude.
If there was
Well, I'm
if
glad
there was
he's on our
five of
side.
yous, you'd have fucking him though. I think. If there
I'm
was 5
glad
of
he's
yous,
on
you'd
our
eat
side. Let's put it that way.
Just
Uh,
love that though. It's just like, we're the men on the wall. You can't mess with. Ah!
We're the heroes. Oh no. Okay, I'm off, boys. See you later.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
upset. See you later,
This
buddy.
has been
Later.
Dungeons and Dragons with Viking.